Until this stage, we have been developing our website. This lecture is just an introduction really to optimization of your website in order to be able to upload to the server and be used by other people. This course is not intended to really teach you how to use advanced techniques to optimize the programming language to load images from servers, load videos from servers, and make sure that for example, the bandwidth of internet that our user has is capable of getting that video in short amount of time and represent it to the user also in short amount of time, complex things like this. No, we're going to optimize until the basics level. Okay, let's start with our CSS. What are we going to do with it is to create its minified version. Minified version is like a minimal version. It just contains what is really necessary for style. It's going to reduce the amount of space that the original file occupies. Therefore, it's going to increase the loading speed of our page, and it's just going to contain info that is related to style. No comments that we have here, for example, in our CSS, or that we might have. No white spaces, no indentations. Only styles that our browser is going to need in order to render what we really want. Let's start with this. We're going to fortunately use what we have, Node.js, to create a compressed version of our CSS. Let's create a script here and say compress. This is going to be CSS. And here we're going to write Node.js. Space, we have to give the path of the CSS file that we want to create its minified version, which is this one that we are using until now. So let's say CSS slash this style dot comp of compiled CSS. Next, what are we going to have to give is the path of the file that we want to give as the output to the minified version. We're going to live on the same path but change here from comp to min of minified, and simply write output style compressed. Nice. Now let's run this script. Go here to terminal npm run. Now you can say compress CSS. Hit enter. And we have to wait. Nice. Now you can see successfully rendered. Let's open our file and see what it contains. It just contains one line. Yes. Or two. At maximum, I usually see two. Let's see if we have. Yes, the last line is simply an empty line. Okay. Basically, we have one line containing all the style that we have been building together here. While here we have how many lines? I don't know how many lines, but yes, you can see here for you as developer, you need to see the things well structured like this and work in this way. But the computer can see all of this in only one line. It's going to perfectly render how it should be. Okay, yes, all the style here has been placed. Now if we go and see the difference between the amount of spaces, we have to hope to see difference in terms of that. Okay, we have here 31.9 kilobytes for the minified version, and the non-minified one is 41.8. Okay, we have saved it some kilobytes. It's not a big space that we have saved, but sometimes we're going to write huge style sheets that occupy big amount of space, and its minified version is going to save us a lot of space. It's going to increase more, reduce more the amount of time that our user is going to take in our website to load, because the time that it is required to read 41.8 kilobytes differs from the time that's required to read this one. Now let's talk about the images. Well, First, let's see if we have an image that we are not using in our website. Here we are using all, also. We're not using this logo icon and this logo black Y2X, or I'm wrong. This one we're not using. Let me see if we are using black white or simply this black. I have deleted and I want to see if we are using this one on the footer. Okay, so these two images are the ones that we are using. Map we are using all, models also, payment services, pop-up for GLE all is being used. Okay, this one we didn't use. This we use all, Tacoma also, Euros also, Velar also, Racing Nature we didn't use this Jaguar, and the second Silesian. Services we use it, slider we use it, video we use it, these two videos. On shows main we did use all, BMW models also we use it all. Next we have the comprehension of images. We can use, for example, tiny PNG, which is going to make the comprehension of images for us. Basically, what is comprehension? It is to reduce the amount of space that your image is going to occupy and reducing its quality, but not in such a way that our user sees a huge impact in the quality loss. For example, let's use what here? A high resolution image that we have in high demand. Let's drop here. It starts occupying what? 250.9 kilobytes, but if we download its minified version, we're going to save 36 kilobytes. This small detail makes a huge difference. If we download, we're going to see the image here. I'm going to drag and drop to my Chrome here. Okay, this is the minified version, and I'm going to take the non-minified version. Can you notice the difference between these two images? They have a difference, but it's not too much, and even you might not be seeing, but technically they have. But you can see I can give my user good experience without a huge amount of space. So make sure that you optimize all the images that you have in your folders of this project and upload to the project folder structure that we have and use them on your website. I'm going to give you an example with another image. Let me try here. Let's try this one and see how much we're going to save. Okay, this one save it 45 kilobytes. Let's see another one. We would be saving, okay, this is giving me of total, okay, but that's not what I wanted really. Okay, from here to here we have saved some 80.8 kilobytes. Here we have saved some, how many, what's the difference? 4.1 kilobytes, and so on. Now let's make sure that our website is using this minified version. For that we have to come here to our index file, and in our show file change the path of our CSS. Instead of saying compiled, we're going to say minified version, and here also we're going to say minified version. Let's go here and see if this is going to give us a difference. No difference. Do you see? We still have the same behavior. Let me go with my right click and see the source of this page, or even inspect. I want to show you that we are using here in our header website the minified one version. Here we have styled sheet. Okay, here you can see min, and if we click here also, by now this is still going to be the minified version. I can see view page source. Here we have, this is the minified version. If you click here, you have. You can also see on the internet more video compression algorithms. If you wish to use the video compression algorithms, make the compression of your videos and use them right here, but make sure that they have good quality. Our idea is not to reduce the amount of space only, but also we have to keep the quality to our user. With that said, we have developed this project and I'm so proud to be your instructor during all this time. If you are here, that means you are a hero. You gave yourself more than 60 hours listening to my voice, seeing the videos, going back, going forward, writing, and that's a good point to start as a developer. You have to know that you're going to still need to learn so much. I'm going to start giving you some advice. Please learn a programming language. And the best programming language that you can do if you want to continue in the web development industry from now is JavaScript. I'm going to repeat, learn JavaScript. In the next lessons, we're going to focus on uploading this to the cloud and seeing how it's going to behave.